Yeah, I got demoted.
That was the first song. Yep. Long time too.
Me too. I got that at 12,
Oh, well, we
11:45.
late, huh? Come on, you on time. Get out of here with this. Get that far.
Take the
Oh,
so
okay.
take up.
You know what?
I feel a lot better.
Yeah, well, look, let me tell you something.
I went to
Take
work
what you
this
gotta do.
morning. I was at my
What
office
you gotta
on
do.
time,
Okay,
and we live. Yeah. Thank you for the live. What's up, Tone Cherie? Thank y'all for joining us because it
Next
saved
week,
me.
I'm going on another hood tour. And I'm going to pull here to 31.
Okay. Going to Thursday. What do you like house music?
I'm not just locally, but I like it.
Thursday is house night.
Okay, what's the next week?
Friday is hip hop.
Sunday, I think.
That's a nice day too.
Let's see what I'm going back to licorice.
I was gonna say, gotta go back to Lakers.
And come to find out, my friend owns the guy that went to this. He owns Red Pepper Loaves now.
I've never heard. Is that only 79?
Except I got nothing to say.
I'm like, wait, you know 79?
And I went to Norm's 2 times.
Oh, I did. I love Norm.
Friday, Saturday. Look,
You living your best life.
then I went to a food.
Oh Lord, who got a food?
One of my friends lived in a food party. Went to that on Sunday. So let me tell you. Now I found out about Renaissance. I'm going there.
Oh Lord.
Well, I had a whole bunch of people in town. So.
Okay.
But there's something to be said about not dressing up, just being casual, not dressing up,
Yeah.
just go. When I tell you that den was cracked,
And it's like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. You know the thing. Okay, Zoe, I said. Okay, Zoe, I sent both.
I never did like this song. If it ain't Jesus, I rebuke you. If it ain't Jesus, I rebuke you. That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure out where do you be there? Because when you come here, you do zippo, not nothing, just like your name. So I recording. Wait, then he said, look.
Tyrone Cherie said Red Pepper is one of her spots. She said,
Oh, I forgot I was.
Tuesday is salsa night, right? You was live.
The red pepper is, no, seriously, I saw people. I saw people. Okay, I'm stop talking now.
Yeah.
What's up, believers? It is Monday Fun Day, and I want to wish you not only a great Monday, but a great rest of the week. May your Monday be filled with God's peace, joy, strength, and favor. Now, they say favor ain't fair, but I beg to differ since that's my last name, and I'm always in favor. It's your girl, Tamara Fair on the air, and I'm super excited that this celebrity decided to stroll in this studio, none other than your main man.
Action Jackson, and I'm a little confused. You know, I got demoted by my seat. I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Figure it out.
Well, I'm glad to be back. And you know what? I've been saying this for years, but it's something about Tamara Fair that lights me up, I promise. Even when
It's the match that I put to you.
even right, I'm about to say, even when she's going off, it sends me up. You go off and I go up.
Yeah, well, you know what? We're going up and off today because we got a great show for you today. So many things have happened over the weekend, and who gonna tell it to you? If it's not us, well, it's gonna be us. Y'all don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390.
Happy Monday, Terry.
To your radio one.
She said Kim is my girl, Red Pepper. Kim from Red Pepper. Whoever that is.
Yeah, so let me tell you something, my friend.
Turn it down so
My friend, I gotta meet Kim. Let me tell you something. When I go into the rest of these, when I go as frequently as I plan to go, they gonna know my name and know they there.
Oh, definitely. My girl Donna over at Licorice is amazing.
And she's amazing. She is incredible. Let me see what my oh.
Thank you. Did you talk about George Johnson? He died. Yeah.
From
Johnson Product. I was just making sure.
I didn't know. And you know who else died?
Who? Oh yeah, Senator Lindsey Graham. Was that one of the stories you had? Print that one just to have an, to talk about it.
You have resources.
Who took our brother's seat? LOL. Tammy did.
That's right.
I'm gonna give Marcel his seat. You know what? Thank y'all for taking up, looking out for a brother.
Nobody think about what they.
You ready to swap?
Nope. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Look, first of all, I gave you the seat because you had earned it. Now, just like when I was a diamond member at Hilton, then I didn't spend no more money.
They dropped you down.
You got. I was an elite member. Now I'm a diamond member. That's what happened. Now I gotta earn my way back up to elite.
You know what? So, I'll take it. And that means I get to sit closer to the guests.
Shut up.
When you got lemons, you make lemonade.
Well, you should have a picture for me.
I do, trust me. And I ain't add nothing to that lemonade either. I'm over it.
No sugar. You're alive.
No, none.
Let me say this. The next time you come here for 1 week, I'm gonna give you a prize. Maybe your seat back.
Londa said, "Hey, everybody."
Hey, Londa. Is it hot in here to y'all?
No.
It's hot to me. Let me say
you still lit from the weekends?
Let me say something.
You know you had a good weekend when you can't stop talking about it.
I cannot stop talking about it, huh?
Because Marcel got you hot.
All right, don't be messy, Zoe. Don't be messy.
No, Zoe's telling facts. Keep backing Zoe.
Well, I had that effect on women.
Oh, that's why you're messy. Because you and your effect on women.
In the doghouse.
I'm talking about the kennel.
Be Quick, a new luxury brand.
Wait, there's too many papers in front of me. Come over here, Justin.
Distinct fragrances.
Where am I going?
Royale and the alluring.
What do you say?
Order Queef today.
Go to bequeese.com and get your favorite fragrance today. That's BEQUEESE.com. Bequeeze.com.
Well, who gonna talk about?
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? The best way to reach new customers is by getting your message heard. There's no better place than right here on Fresh Punch. With thousands of listeners tuning in every weekday from 12 to 1 p.m. on this inspiration. $13.90. Your business can gain exposure, connect with our community, and even be featured as a special guest on the show. Don't wait.
Hey, wait a minute. That's shots fired. What you talking about me?
I'm trying to figure out how you just
You can find 744.
My unconscious mind to pick it up. I've been working. I went to work this morning.
Start to grow your business. At the Dream Center, we help entrepreneurs with everything from business plans and funding strategies to marketing, co-working space, and support services that bring your dream to life. Call us today at 773-345-7441. That's 773.
Oh, this is the same thing.
744. Or visit us online at thedreamcenter.com. That's thedreamcenter.com. The Dream Center.
Oh, this is the
entrepreneurs dream, create,
fine.
and grow.
Wait. I've been gone a week.
No, you haven't. You've been gone way more than a week. You came a week. That's how that went.
You know, Tamira Fair is so understanding. Oh, she's hello. Ain't you happy I'm back?
I am happy.
Happy to see
So
you.
happy I'm finna go.
Look, I'm scared to put in the group chat. As you come, so I text everybody else out there.
You dance there,
No
right?
one Tammy.
No, I said forget you. I'm done with you.
But Justin said, Tammy said, I said, is Tammy coming today? He was like, she didn't text me, but she said no matter if it's no guest or guest, the show is going on. That's right. I said, so that means she'll be. Ain't nobody playing with you no more. But you know, you used to, if I didn't come one day, you would not come the next day. And then oh, no, I got that from you. But now I don't care if you come or don't come. Because I didn't push you to that level. To the higher level of whatever activity. Brother Roosevelt, how you doing? Thank you. Yes, the weekend was everything I needed it to be. So your weekends stretched through the week. Last week was rough. Look what happened, Justin. What happened? I'm trying to figure out how you helping me on your phone. She on one today. DJ Vino. That's I'm on two. So Thursday I called to get free therapy, and I got my free therapy. And my therapist. Look, it's still the some things you should pay for. Well, right. You know, but I needed a quick session because everybody else was booked up. And my therapist. You should get a quick session. I'm like, I need to see somebody today. And you need an IV therapy. I wanted them too. You know that place you sent me with that IV? That's where we should go. Where? Downtown. Remember, something was going on. Right, you weren't feeling good to go get IV therapy. Yeah, and then when I went in there, people get when you got hangover, they get hangover IVs. This man was sloppy drunk. He came in there, I was like, whack. Nah, you know I don't drink, so. Right. But you know what? It's good for like if you got cold symptoms coming. No, they got a beauty. And they got a beauty one. Yep, and they got one that is 1 minute. As long as I live in you, the ultimate do you have resources? Did you come in here empty-handed? I do have some resources. Okay, well, I don't see them. First of all, whenever you in the doghouse, I did script. Channel, I did listen. I was, but I did the ones you liked, so you were liking the new layouts, and don't try. I got here. I'm like a comment. I got here all time. No, I was privy to. I mean, went straight to a comment 1 second. No more. That was my vaccine for comment. What's that new song? Oh, it ain't comment. Well, my scam is. Spin that. Spin that. I was on time. I said Miami. I can't. So I was telling you, my therapist said you should come to New York for the Jay-Z concert. And I said, tickets are sold out. I can't get them. He said, I have a ticket for you. And watch this. Jay-Z and New York reinvigorated me. Brunch bunch. Today is Marcel's last day. And that's what's happening in the row. Now, though that might be true, it's a joke for now, but let's get to it. It's Money Monday, and we always have the best resources for you because we know that sometimes you all don't get your news except for from us. So it's a brand new start of the week, and I'm super happy that you are spending this power hour with us. Now, first, I want to say, give a PSA that it's hot out here, and I need you all to be very careful. So we've already lost people to the heat in our city because it has been unprecedentedly, is that a word? You can make it up today. Yes. Hot, like literally. Now, a lot of people don't like the heat because they say they can't breathe, and particularly people that have asthma or other respiratory situations going on. Personally, me, I'm a summer baby. I love the heat. Me too. Give me the heat any day, but I want you to be very careful. Drink your water, check on your elders, and even your very young, because those are the two most vulnerable populations that really succumb to what the heat brings. And we'll say more about this before we're done. But today we got a full house of topics. No guests, just you. It's just us and you. AJ, I'm going to do you the honors and let you talk about one of our greats that we lost. And you know what? There's a personal story for me because I actually knew him. Wow. You know what? So much has changed in a week. So you know what? George E. Johnson, the man who built Johnson Products right here on the south side of Chicago, passed away at 99 years old. And family, if you've ever used Afro Sheen or Ultra Sheen, if you ever watched Soul Train, this man touched your life. Let me tell you a little bit about his story. So George Johnson was born in 1927, a sharecropper in Richton, Mississippi. His mother brought him to Bronzeville
when he was just 2 years old, and he knew hard work from the jump, shining shoes, busting tables, doing whatever it took to help his mama make ends meet. He was a junior at Wendell Phillip High School when he dropped out to go to work with his brother selling cosmetics door to door. Now, here's where it gets good. He had an idea, a hair product for black men that wouldn't burn their scalp. He needed a loan, $250. He walked into a bank, asked for a business loan, and they turned him down. So what does he do? He goes to a different branch of that same bank, and this time he tells the white loan officer he needs $250 to take his wife on vacation to California, and they gave it to him. Ain't that something? He wanted it for business, they said no, but for vacation, they wanted to do some predatory lending, but they didn't know
Teach him how to fish.
that. And he wrote this in his memoir. He said, "quote He knew that request wouldn't rattle the loan officer's belief that he was superior to him, nor would it challenge his stereotypes of black men as subservient or unintelligent. He used their prejudice against them. He knew exactly what that man thought of him, and he made it work for him. Now that's genius. So with that 250, he and his wife Joan founded Johnson Products in 1954, headquarters at 85th and Lafayette, right on the south side. But 1960, 6 years later, they controlled nearly 80% of the entire black hair care market in America. Ultra Wave, Ultra Sheen, Afro Sheen, Classy Curl, Black Tie Cologne, products in every black home and every black salon in this country. And in 1971, Johnson Products became the first black owned company ever listed on the American Stock Exchange. He broke Wall Street wide open for us. They were the first national sponsor of Soul Train, our show out of Chicago, and they took it national. And he hired black ad agencies to make those commercials with positive images of us. By 1974, he was doing over $31 million a year. His family said he passed peacefully, leaving behind a legacy of entrepreneurship, faith, perseverance, philanthropy, and family. And Mr. Johnson himself said it best, and I quote, "Anyone given the same opportunities can get ahead. You just need the same mental altitude and motivation. My motivation was that I was absolutely poor," end quote. Now, services of this week. Visitation is Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m. at Leakin Sons Funeral Home. The funeral service is Friday at 11 a.m. at Trinity United Church of Christ. So, Tamara, the sharecropper's son with $250 loan built a hair care empire and put a company on Wall Street. What does this story say to you?
That you can do anything that you put your mind to. People often ask me what the key to success is, and I say consistency. Now, he thought outside the box.
Yeah.
Because who would have thought to say that I need a loan in order to go on vacation? I would have thought that hands down. Because now if I came to a bank and said I need $17,000 to go on vacation, they'd be like, yeah, well,
They're
get
going to
out.
laugh at you.
Exactly.
Well, maybe not at you. You could probably go in the bank and say that.
Well,
you, but you know what? What I liked and I wanted to hit, I needed to hit is anyone given the same opportunities can get ahead. You just need the same mental altitude and motivation. You got to get your mental right and you got to stay motivated. So rest well, Mr. Johnson. 99 years, and every one of them spent proving what we're capable of. Remember, services are this Thursday and Friday. Let's show up and honor him. Because it is, unfortunately I do attend a lot of funerals, and I've seen the difference in when somebody passes away at 99, where it's not always a lot of people attending the services. And at first I'm like, well, because most of their people have gone on before them. But the younger generation should honor Mr. Johnson because he paved the way for all of us in business. So that's this Thursday and Friday. Thursday visitation 4 to 8 at Leakin Sons, and Friday 11 a.m. at Trinity United Church of Christ.
I think he used to own the Regal Theater too.
Did he?
I think so. Because when I was managing R. Kelly and MGM, I think that he was instrumental in making it happen for the group to go and start doing weekly shows there, which is what got them on the map. And so
I wouldn't be surprised.
they have the R&B king. Well, you know what? I am so sorry to hear that because he's really paved the way for the rest of the hair care products that have also built empires, but he definitely will be missed. He's a beautiful family too, inside and out. But you know, speaking of death, Lindsey Graham passed away at the age of 71, and like now, 99 is a good long life. 71 is too, But for nowadays, people aren't passing at 71. So he's, for those of you who know the name but don't exactly know, Lindsey Graham was a Republican senator out of South Carolina, one of the most recognizable and influential figures in modern American politics, has died at the age of 71 following what his office initially described as a brief and sudden illness. Because I'd never heard anything about Lindsey Graham having any illnesses. So later preliminary findings found from the medical examiner indicated that Graham died from an aortic dissection, a tear in the body's main artery associated with underlying cardiovascular disease. He probably didn't even know.
No, I was going to say.
So Graham's death marks the end of a political career that spanned more than 3 decades. After serving in the U.S. House of Representatives, he was elected to the U.S. Senate in 2002 and became one of the Republican Party's most prominent voices on the national security, foreign policy, and judicial nomination sections. So throughout his career, he developed a reputation as a foreign policy hawk, consistently advocating for a strong U.S. military presence overseas and supporting robust aid to allies such as the Ukraine and Israel. Well, in the days before his death, Graham had traveled to the Ukraine, where he met President Zelensky to discuss military assistance and sanctions aimed at increasing pressure on Russia. One of the defining aspects of Graham's political career was his evolving relationship with President Donald Trump. And during the 2016 Republican presidential primary, Graham was one of Trump's sharpest critics. However, after Trump won the presidency, Graham became one of his closest allies in the Senate, frequently defending the administration and helping advance key legislative priorities, judicial confirmations, and foreign policy initiatives. Well, the whole Republican Party is shook up now because they have a eminent person that they're trying to put into office right now, and they don't know how this is going to really bowl over, because his swearing in may be delayed. Also, this is going to be a monkey wrench in the Republicans' domination over both the House and the Senate. So news of Graham's passing prompted an outpouring of tributes from political leaders, the United States and abroad. And beyond the personal loss, Graham's death carries significant political implications, as I aforementioned. And there's a vacancy in one South Carolina U.S. seat that now, of course, the Democrats are looking to flip. Well, they've been looking to flip all of them, but the fact of the matter that he has passed away, because it wasn't
right. He was
a race for that. They just knew that he was going to win. Right? However, now
the governor has to appoint someone immediately, and then because he was running for re-election, they have to plan now a special election. But then all type of people gonna come and try to run.
It's gonna be 21 people in that race.
Oh yeah.
But we gotta watch it, and of course you don't have to watch it because we'll be watching it and reporting it to you. But our prayers go out to his family. Any loss of life is very traumatic, because even though you have lived a long time, it's never long enough.
Yeah.
We thank you for your service. And Mr. Johnson, we definitely thank you for being a trailblazer and showing Black people that it doesn't matter where you came from, it matters where you end up, and the dash between those two.
That's it.
So you guys keep it locked, y'all. We got a great show for you. We got nothing but information. Of course, we always want to give you news you can use right now. It's Money Monday right here on the Brunch Bunch. Low, stay fly. Daddy Big Shot, I'm so happy I saw you. What's up, President Carter? I salute you. Steady waiting for my breakthrough. Bishop Keith McQueen, you are here right here. Totally appreciate you. Y'all could have been anywhere, but you decided to be here with us. Thank you so much.
My friends are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that I miss you. Can you and the boys come to Jamaica Saturday?
Well, I mean, we went to New York.
Jamaica, I can't do.
I didn't know that. Definitely have me a new co-host for that.
Jamaica can't be a one-day trip. I go to Jamaica, I ain't gonna come back to home.
So you want to get this right?
Yes.
You want to get
I'm gonna talk about it and what's going on.
Well, fade this out. I want to hear,
because I'm like, how you end up in New York?
Thank you, Zoe.
I'm like, what is going on?
This is crazy.
All right, I'm like Freddie. I'm ready.
Johnson ever won the Rico thing, and then you did the other side. I'm glad I said, I think.
I think so. What's going
Oh, he didn't own it.
I don't know. I just know he was instrumental in helping to get R. Kelly.
Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on. So what's going on is because I've been thanked and told that me sharing some of my personal testimonies and what I go through and just being transparent is helping some people. And so last week I was not on the show because it was one of the darkest weeks of the year since Valencia's passing. I literally kind of spiraled out, right? And it was just then I didn't want to move. I didn't want to talk. I cut the phone off. I was
You
just
cut it off before you called me at 5:45 in the morning.
and I called Tammy at 5:45 in the morning because I knew she would not only listen to me, she was going to give me sound advice. And she did say that God has blessed me with some things and I was going to mess it up if I didn't try to pull it together. And I said, you know what, Tamara? I'm going to pull it together. I just need a few days because this is not me. And I'm not a depressive person. So it was overwhelming because I'm like, I've never been this down before. And so with that being said, most people think, and that was another thing, I show up to the radio so people think I'm okay. And they kept bothering me. So I'm like, I just can't do radio. I don't want to be bothered. I didn't answer the phone. But I said, you know what? Faith without works is dead. So I'm going to call for therapy because I can't do this on my own. And my pastor was out at the National Church of God in Christ AIM convention. So I didn't want to bother him, even though I knew I could have. And so I called my cousin, who's a licensed therapist out of DC, because usually when I need a little advice, she gives me free therapy. You know, we work with each other. And so we were talking, and I just said, you know, I've had some traumatic things happen, you know, Valencia. And I said, I just can't pull myself out of this. And after our session, she was just talking and she said, Cuz, all right, my therapist had us off. Now this is me being your cousin. You should come to New York. She said, you should get away. And I said, well, I ain't got no ticket to Jay-Z. I ain't gonna be able to get no ticket to Jay-Z. And I don't really want to travel. I said, because the last two trips I went on did not help me at all. I said, I thought Miami was gonna help me. I cried by the pool for days. I said, I thought New Orleans was gonna help me. And I booked the flight home early because I was over it. And then it hit me. I said, one of Valencia's most favorite artists is Jay-Z. And I took her to a Jay-Z concert when we first started dating at the United Center. And I could just envision her just dancing and telling her mama how excited she was. So I'm like, you know what, cuz, if you can give me a ticket, I'll come. And my cousin called back and had me a ticket.
Oh.
And so the night before, I canceled my flight. And I said, I'm not going, Thursday night. Because I was overwhelmed. My mind was like, you can't be leaving your kids. So I talked to my mother and she said, you should go. I got the kids. I said, I'm gonna go for one day. She said, if you want, you can stay for two. And I said, well, that's really nice, Mom. So I called the airline back, got the ticket, and I got up Friday afternoon and went. Landed, went to the concert, and when I say it was the best night of my life. I didn't think I was gonna know a Jay-Z song because you know I don't listen to rap like that. You know, not the they say he was gonna do the original. But when I say I stood up, I smiled, I danced, I was excited, I was meeting New Yorkers, you know, just talking. I didn't do what I usually do, you know, partake in any other thing. I just did it just
Cleansed.
and it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulder. And when I left the stadium Friday night, I was walking down the street with my cousins, and Robbie from RB Pest Solutions
Are you
was
serious?
walking down the street. And I said, what y'all doing here? She said, the same thing you doing here.
At the Jay-Z.
And you know, she said, I am just so happy to see you smiling. And I said, she
She's a
don't know.
sweetheart.
I said, she didn't know how important that was to me because I've been smiling, but fake smiling. I smile here and then go out and, you know, still feel bad. But I was really, look, I'm breaking up a little bit. I was just smiling. Then Saturday, my cousins took me to brunch and other cousins came and they was just hugging me. And it was just a fulfilling trip.
You needed that.
I needed that. I came back and I said, all right, it's a new day. It's a new sheriff in town. I went in my office this morning. Hadn't been in so long. One of my tenants got posters and signs like his day office all on the wall. I was like, that's what happened. When
Life
you,
goes on
yep.
without
Like
you.
I said, well, take them down because the sheriff is back in town. I said, and I'll see y'all in the morning. I did a training with my staff so we can get to work because it'll never be where if I can't get up to work, they can't work.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that. So I digress.
I just wanna add some things to your story. First of all, I'm very happy that you got your
I'm a little afraid for you to add anything.
Yeah, I know.
But wait.
I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to be very
Wait a minute. Don't make us go viral.
No, that's the whole point here. So you said that all of these things you couldn't be on the radio and you didn't answer your phone. I want the believers to understand that that didn't have nothing to do with why you don't answer your phone.
Well, that
You
is true.
just don't answer your phone. And
But it was a
you
little
didn't-
worse last week. I didn't answer for my pastor. He did call me
No,
twice.
I was getting ready to get to your pastor.
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm on my way to the pastor.
Oh, Lord.
Hold on, Jim Shoe. Let me get my acceleration going. So instead of you calling the pastor to go and get healed in a pastoral where you went to the Jay-Z concert. Make it make sense to me, Marcel.
Tina just said that was therapy for me.
Yes.
And it was well, I didn't call my pastor because I didn't want to talk to him either. No, for real. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I knew it was bad because I didn't even want to talk.
You get that. You get
And
like
he
that
texted me.
sometimes.
He texted me twice, like, "Son, I'm checking on you."
Yes.
And I finally texted him back.
Leave me alone.
No. I texted him when I was in New York and said,
I don't want to
"Pastor,
talk to you, Pastor.
I'm so sorry. This was just a very dark week for me." I said, "This was the darkest week of my life." And you know what? He texted me some scriptures and some encouraging words and was like, "I see you at church Sunday." And I didn't
glad
respond
he
because I
did.
felt bad because I missed church Sunday because I came home Sunday. My flight was.
I'm glad he did that because a lot of times when we're going through our darkest moments in the abyss, it's hard to climb out and we start getting angry with God.
Yeah.
Because how could you, as faithful as a servant as I have been, how could you allow this to happen to me? Because you said that they wouldn't prosper. But
Mhm.
you didn't say they wouldn't form, but I thought because of our relationship, we was boys, right?
Mhm.
And then it happened.
Yeah.
But there's a reason for everything. He doesn't make mistakes. He didn't make a mistake by guiding you to the Jay-Z concert.
You know what? I knew it was because when I was talking to some people and they're like, "How much was your ticket?" And how much? And they like, I had to pay $1,500, and they went like 400 section, and I was on the first row of 200, so I literally had a great view. So Friday, and it was a 3-night run at Yankee Stadium. He was celebrating 30 years of Reasonable Doubt and 20 years of The Blueprint. And shout out to my cousin, my fake cousin though too, my cousin Christy. But shout out to my fake cousin Tennille Jackson.
Yes.
Because she said she was looking for me, and I finally called. I'm like, I'm going to Jay-Z concert. And you know what she did?
Got on the flight.
She got on the flight and came to make sure I was okay and
Such
hang
a
with me
amazing
at the Jay-Z. So shout out to Tennille. But it was 3 nights. Friday night to me was the best night.
Oh, you went all 3 nights?
No, I went 2 nights. But I didn't.
Plot thickens.
But look, after night 1, I was like, yeah, I was amped up. But Friday, Beyonce came out.
Oh, wow.
She was the first performance, and nobody was like expecting her to perform, and everybody was mad that was late. Like, wait, I missed Beyonce.
Oh, she was only there for a few minutes.
She just opened up the show. She did 2 songs. She kissed her husband. Then Blue Ivy came out.
Now see,
And played the piano
I heard she
to
played.
one of his songs that I definitely
she killed it.
She
too.
killed it. I was like, wow. I started thinking of Jasmine with Genesis. I'm like, I got to get the boys in piano lessons because that was so dope. Nas was there, and I was leaving because I guess I'm getting older and I don't like crowds like that, right? Especially leaving the concert, no Ubers. I don't know how. I don't even from New York, so I'm leaving out early, and I said, wait. Why they pulling the piano out? I said something about to happen. We can't leave. So I just stood there. And Valencia knew I was in love with this woman. So I was so glad I was there to see Alicia Keys perform
Oh, wow.
New
Let's
York.
hear it for New York.
Oh, it was a night. Then Saturday night, it was Eminem, Slick Rick, and Pharrell. But then came Sunday night. Now, most Hove fans, I was still saying Jay-Z, they're like, Hove. Most Hove fans did go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And they were excited to say that they were going all 3 nights.
Because it was something
Because
different.
each night was something different.
Yeah.
But last night, your cousins started cousining. And they bum rushed the stadium where they had to lock the stadium down. No one could get in, no one could get out. And it was supposed to start at 8, but they had to wait 3 hours. It didn't start until 12:20 in the morning, after a 4-hour delay. And they didn't get out till 4 o'clock. But when I was watching the news this morning, this lady said, I don't care how long that wait was. This was the best concert I ever been to in my
Are
life.
you serious?
They said he really showed out last night. So, and he came out and apologized. One thing he said though Friday, he got on stage. I love how he paid homage to the people who helped him. He said when I was younger, he brought a guy on stage. He said he would let me practice in his house when I didn't have nowhere to practice. Then he said, and I won't miss so and so. She in the balcony up there. She used to feed us. She used to make sure we had a few
So what
dollars
was
when
she
we
in the
didn't have no.
balcony, Jay?
No, she was sitting in. Oh look, she was sitting in the suite. Let me say that. Let me say
Okay.
it right. She was in the suite. But and then he said, JG said, for everybody who called me a sellout, tell him I sold out Yankee Stadium.
Oh wow, I love that.
And I said, so it was just electrifying. And then Saturday, it was like a street festival outside the stadium, and it was just beautiful black people everywhere dancing in the streets, laughing, talking. It was nice. It was nice. So I think Nali told me in the car was 45,000 people there each night,
Wow.
and it was literally so. You know how some people say sold out, and you see seats.
Seats everywhere.
No, it was no seat nowhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's why he's a billionaire. And you know what? He gives billionaire game out. So it's not surprising to me that he interrupted the concert from his songs to actually drop pearls.
and you know what? Because he made them wait so long, he showed out. He had everybody come out yesterday. Beyonce performed
Again.
again. Rihanna performed.
What?
Usher performed. Fat Joe performed. Jeezy performed. Pusha T, Pharrell, and Jadakiss.
Wow.
Yeah, so he and there were no injuries, no arrests, but you know the breach is under investigation.
Just
Tamara,
can't have nothing.
some folks paid, and I couldn't believe it because it wouldn't have been me, for the cheapest seat $700, and got locked out of the gate while gate crashers snuck in last night.
They could have come in with the crashers.
She lived. No, I don't know. I would have been scared. And you know, I don't like to fly, and I took a page out of your book. You told me to just get on the plane. You told me to pray. And then I was just closing my eyes and meditate. And I'm
You
like,
have to also put your earbuds in and listen to nothing but scripture.
well, I was listening to my gospel music. So that's how I know I felt good coming back, because I could hear Valencia when I used to fly. She used to jokingly say, Marcel would be listening to gospel music, be lifting his hands, showing out. And I did all that up right. I did that on the way back without that.
Nice.
So it was.
It's coming around.
It's coming. It's coming around.
It's
So
consistency, though. Well, congratulations. I give you a standing ovation for that.
can I have my seat back?
Nope. Nope, I'm not standing up. We gotta see how this plays out. What you say, Zoe? Yeah.
Listen, just pray. Pray my strength, because that was my prayer this morning. I said, Lord, please continue to keep me where I am. Continue to give me the strength to embrace the grief, and don't allow anybody or anything to affect my joy. And you know what? Right after that, an hour later, I get a call, and I'm like, you know what? The joy of the Lord is my strength. And I made it through that call that would have caused me some anxiety.
Really? Yeah, you gotta gird up. But when people tell you put the full armor on every day, that is exactly what you're supposed to do, because then it becomes impenetrable. You've covered everything. You've got the breastplate, the sword, the helmet. You've covered all the penetrating areas that could really change your day. Hopefully, it is consistent and you stay girded. You know, the word is what the word is, and it is designed to be good news no matter what kind of bad situations happen for you. So thank you for that testimony, Brother Marcel. I truly appreciate it. No, you can't have your seat back. Get all that what you went through. Glad you were on your way to the other side, on the pathway to progress and peace. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna keep it rolling right here on the Brunch Bunch, and I hope we don't lose you, because this is why we do what we do. It's Inspiration 1390.
Yeah. 18,000 EST. That's that OCA.
Did I see behind? Yes, behind I saw. Thank you, Ms. Watkins. I know.
This is Taylor Porter.
Thank you, Tina. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Who is this? This is Adalia.
No, this is War by Caleb.
War.
She mad that we went to work. Try to move the goalposts. We kicking out pain, kicking out pride. We kicking out the pain like Messi. We can't check it.
You know you can just like talk.
Like the way he live. I'm sorry. I was gonna say, do you want to come in after war, or do you want to play two clones back? All I needed was a sign from the sun. All I needed was a sign. Gotta tell them it's a war in the city. It's a war outside. Yeah, but to be there last night, I had to get out at 3 a.m. What if you had a flight or something? That was a little late. But that was the lineup. Beyonce, Rihanna, Usher. Friday night outside the stadium was not as like jam packed. But I think after they saw Beyonce come out, because one of my other cousins had tickets, so he was on the StubHub app looking. And it was seats. And it within 30 minutes, no seats. Or they was $3,000. And then he was like, I'm going to just pay the $3,000. I was like, you know, I got to go. I can't miss it. And he in the car to get it. And the ticket be gone. I'm like, these people are going crazy. I said,
I mean, it's Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's like king and queen of the United States.
I see now. It was nice.
Sorry, I love Jay-Z. I love Beyonce. She didn't give him 3,000.
No, I'm about to say.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, ooh, these some diehard fans.
I love her piece. But you know who I really love even more than Beyonce?
Who?
Blue Ivy. Had I known, I might have gave her 3.
What?
Love me some Blue Ivy. I mean, she's a kid, so.
Well, of course, yeah. I like to see how they include her and engage her, and they tell her. Yeah. Wait, that's the other baby name? Oh. And what's the other twin name?
Sir.
Sir and Rumi. Okay, those are some names. Interesting names. I love it. But when you got money, you can be named anything.
Oh, yeah, you can look yellow.
Well, blue.
Exactly.
No, it was electrifying. And I said, all I saw. Oh, I know somebody who.
That's what Erykah Badu named her baby.
I know somebody named their baby 7, and you know, they ain't got a lot of money.
Well, they got it from her. Now, when you start, well, people name their kids anything.
But yeah,
they don't start naming them after like the Ozempic Owens.
like your Barack, the guy running for mayor.
How's he my guy? As I talk about all the people on this show.
It's the same song. Oh no, this is the second song.
Oh,
you want to fade it?
Fade the song, please.
I miss you.
We're going in it.
Don't try. Don't try. This is my snubbing face.
Marcel. All right, we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Since death died.
You rocking with the brunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and I'm proudly posted with the newly renovated
Woo! Action Jackson, and I'm full of action. I can't wait to get out of here and get back to work.
You know, I'm happy to hear about that because you know what? I joke about it sometimes just because I like to bring levity to situations that will make you, even if it's just for a moment, put pause on and get back to the you that you have been used to being. But devastation is really real, right? And personal hardships are incredibly life-changing, and I want to share now. First of all, I want to give testimony and honor to yours and thanking the Lord for putting you on the pathway to peace, as I ever mentioned. But Myra Brock Akil is also sharing some devastation and personal hardship in her debut novel. Now, Myra Brock Akil, you may not know her name, but you'll know her work. She gave us Girlfriends, also The Game, Being Mary Jane. Like literally, she has done some amazing things that put Black women on television as full human beings. Of course, they're messy, funny, ambitious, and complicated, but she gave Black actresses a pathway to employment. She raised a whole generation of us, especially through Girlfriends. And well, she's now released her debut novel, and in it, she's sharing some details of a devastating personal hardship that she went through. She's opening up publicly about her own pain. And you know what? A lot of times, when you release that pain, you find your peace. And here's why that matters to me so much. So many black women are here carrying things nobody knows about. Like you see the face, you see the facade, but you don't see the wounds because we have been a master in hiding them. We're so strong, but we always tell you on the show, check on your strongest friend.
You better.
And when everybody calls you, how are you? I say this all the time. I'm amazing. And sometimes I'm not. But I say that because I'm going to talk myself into it. And we don't get to fall apart because so many people are weighing on your strong friends. So when a woman like Mara, successful, accomplished, beautiful, at the top of her game, says, I went through something devastating, and I'm going to tell you about it, it does give you a way to just exhale and say it's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to not stay okay, to stay you're not okay. And so that gives us permission and gives everybody else permission too. So she spent her whole career telling our stories. Now she's telling her own, and I'm here for it. I cannot wait to get the book.
Well, I love it. The Bible teaches us we overcome by the words of our testimony. And you never know who you're helping by telling your story. And sometimes, and I get it, some people are like, oh, I don't tell nobody my business. Don't tell nobody your business. But if you act like you've never been through anything and you got people looking up to you, then they feel like their life is in the crumble. But when you can say, you know what, I stayed in the basement for a week. I was down, but I got up out of there.
Back up.
Because some people can't say they got out of the 3 or 4 days. They'd be there 3 or 4 months,
or years.
Or years. Or I've been financially, hardship when money was funny and I didn't know how this was going to get paid, but I kept the faith and my lights never went off. So those type of stories help other people.
That's funny because you know what I thought about? My lights have been cut off before. I remember that. And they send you all these warnings, but when you're in that space, you don't open the mail.
Right.
So all those warnings and stuff just went unnoticed until the lights went out, right? My gas has been cut off before. And when I tell you that that's eye-opening because for people with lesser countenance, it will make you quit. But it propelled me to keep going because now I did auto pay. I couldn't wait for that to come.
No, auto pay, baby.
Auto pay, because you know what is really bad when you are in the dark. And I'm not talking about just with no lights. I'm talking about when you're in a dark place.
Spiritually, mentally, physically.
So you know what? When I finish with this book, I'm going to share it. Now, encouraging other people, not just women, men as well. Go get her book because when I tell you that her truth, you can see the benign truth in all of her productions, right? And so I'm really looking forward to the powerful truth in her own story as she tells it.
Yeah.
But you know what? We still got some more stories, y'all.
Yeah.
So I definitely want you to keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. Of course, we always got more to share. And we got some resources for you. So if you get your pens and pads out, because it's about to go down right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Zoe, drop the What in the Caucasity. It ain't funny, but it's a What in the Caucasity.
Who's that time? Huh?
Are you about to line?
Report to the dance floor. Report to the dance floor. Report to the dance floor.
Hey, Letitia Strahan.
Touch! Dana! What's up? My family is in here, y'all. What's up, Gregory? ZTV, too fun. Hey,
Okay, Zoe.
You ready?
Lolo.
All right, you can put it in the car. 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. You know what? We got a What in the Caucasity.
What in the Caucasity?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was waiting on. But this is not a funny one. So I was in New York, and one of my favorite neighborhoods, boroughs, to go to is Harlem, which is historically black.
Boroughs. Honey, I didn't even know what you were talking about.
Yeah,
boroughs.
boroughs. And this is not funny. This one will make you check your paperwork tonight. A man out of Long Island was convicted of stealing homes in Harlem using fraudulent deeds. Let me say that plainly. He was forging documents to take people's houses, homes families held for generations. He targeted homeowners in Harlem, a historically black community where property values have gone up, and every home he stole was generational wealth ripped away from a black family. Now, this is what we call deed theft, and it's happening in black neighborhoods all across this country, including right here in Chicago. And I've seen one happen in daylight, and I tried to do everything I can to report and call as many people. And I don't know what happened, but they target elderly homeowners. They target folks who inherited a house without clean paperwork. They target people who are behind on taxes. The good news, he didn't get away with it. He was convicted and justice was served. So, Tamara, they're stealing houses with a pen. What does that tell you about how they see our wealth?
Well, they don't, they discount it. And also, they discount the fact that we're not going to research it and just give up because that's historically what we do until you run across somebody like you or me. And I encourage people to check their deed because truthfully, it's easier than you think. Now, I don't want to give you the blueprint on how to do it, but I'm telling you, it's easier than you think. But you got to check your deed because sometimes people will put themselves in your deed lineage, and then the people who are at the recorder of deeds will think that it's authentic because you show up in the line of deeds, right?
Yeah,
And I know people who were teaching people how to do
that
that.
don't make no sense.
And literally, you go, you claim it. If you abandon your house or if you don't go there for a long time, people can claim your house. It's different than squatters' rights, but it's kind of similar.
And it's harder to get it back sometimes.
It depends on who you are.
Yeah, because um there was a house before I bought my new house that I was very interested in. And the owner was like, well, no, I don't want to sell it, but I can rent it to you. And I said, that ain't what I'm looking for. I'm looking to buy. So I asked about a house that was abandoned 2 houses down. And he said, well, I go to the nursing home to visit with the owner, the owner. She had no kids. Her and her husband were the first blacks in this neighborhood to buy this house. So she said she's holding on to it. She won't sell. But then a few months later, like almost a year later, I'm riding down the street and I see some people doing work on the house. And I just happened to Google the name of the company. No, I Googled the deed and I saw the name of the company on the deed and I Googled that company and saw that they had reports about stealing people deed because I knew that was a elderly woman that they told me she never wanted to sell the house. Plus, I was mad, like, dang, she sold the house to somebody else. So I just wanted to check, but I called the original owner and said, I think you need to check with mother and
Good
make
for
sure,
you.
because I think somebody stole her house.
Wow. Well, you know what? And it can happen to anybody. Like I told you, I have been privy to some scams before, and I think that I'm pretty progressive minded.
Yeah,
Like, and but sometimes it sounds good.
yeah, well,
Anything that sounds too good to be true usually is not. So take that extra step. Check your deeds routinely. If it might not be every year, but check it every 2 years. And if you have
and protect your elders because
Mhm.
they may not know.
That's true. But if you have properties that you don't live in, but it's property that you've invested in and there's no activity, start getting some activity there. Like
Yeah,
even if
definitely.
you have gardeners or people that are coming to tend to turn the lights on or turn them off, have that activity going on because it's a real thing.
Yeah, it
It's a
definitely
real
is.
thing and it's on the rise. So sometimes at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll hear them talking about you don't know how common this is, and they've got a company,
On
but you can
TV.
do it yourself. You don't have to pay somebody to do it unless you're just that busy. But I suspect that you could do it yourself and really just ward off those kind of would-be predators that are going to steal your house through deed theft.
Yeah. Well, we always bring you news you can use,
Yes,
and it's hot outside, so drink water, stay cool.
and check your deeds. Well, indeed, we definitely want to make sure that you are on the precipice of progress all the time. So tomorrow, y'all, tune in the same time. Now we'll see if Marcel shows
I'll
up.
be here. Listen, I'll be here. I will be here.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this has really put you in a different headspace
Yeah.
because you got two little people that are depending on you, and you got thousands, millions of people that are depending on you, so you can continue to bring the noise. And you know what? You're depending on you.
Yes.
And God is depending on you. Like he's depending on you, believers. We always want to encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know, perfect strangers, that you love them. And show someone that you do know how much you love them by checking their deeds. No. Lead with love, y'all. Land on love. Marcel Jackson, I love you.
Samir Fan on the air, I love you.
Believers,
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too.
And you know what? We don't say it enough. We got to give a hat off to our ancestors. And no matter how young Valencia was, she's now an ancestor.
Yeah.
And ancestors, we love you. Y'all stay optimistic.
All right.
The intro did play. I just had y'all mic on.
Oh,
What happened?
the intro did play. She had our mic on, so we couldn't hear.
Well, how we supposed to know?
All right.
Y'all, thank you so much. What's up, AJ?
Thank you, Miss Arnetta. We love you too.
Thinking about you.
We will see you. I will see you all tomorrow, the Lord's will. That's what the old folks used to say. I see.
No, they say if the Lord willing and the creek don't rise.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, if the creek rises, I'm gonna be here.
If the creek rises, I'll be here too.
Peace.